woke is a word used by the Black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words
and
migrate.
So why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing. Alert to injustice was not bad. But words do migrate.
At all concerned about the fact that the International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi Netanyahu?
Well, that's ridiculous.
Why does one debate spark so much conversation? Bill Maher, known for his unapologetic opinions, stepped onto The View, creating a clash that revealed how divided America is on politics, culture, and identity. Armed with his sharp wit, Maher took on Sunny Hostin and her co-hosts over Trump voters, wokeness, and accountability. What stood out wasn't just the heated exchange, it was how Maher's arguments resonated far beyond the studio. Why do moments like this leave people talking for weeks? Buckle up, this isn't just about clashing personalities. It's about the cultural divide shaping modern America. Let's break it down.
Me that in the first segment you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything, and I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
So the term woke has been, in my view, co-opted by the right and weaponized and bastardized. And so I was surprised to hear you use the term because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the Black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words
and
migrate.
So why is that a bad thing?
The stage, America's cultural divides. Sunny Hostin, sharp and progressive, wasn't backing down. Add Joy Behar's fiery remarks and Whoopi Goldberg's attempt at control, and you had the perfect storm. Maher brought his humor and critique. Hostin stood firm defending her values. But this wasn't just a panel, it was a clash of ideologies dissecting terms like woke and accountability. The firestorm began with a single explosive claim. Joy Behar compared MAGA hats to swastikas, outraging viewers. Critics accused her of trivializing Nazi atrocities and unfairly labeling millions. Maher called the comparison reckless, saying it alienates rather than persuades.
I mean, it's just astounding to me that they can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. I mean, just morally. I mean, let me tell you, if you're for Hamas, just live in Gaza for a day. And I'm not talking about while the war is on. I mean, before the war. Trust me, you would go running and screaming and begging to live in Tel Aviv, a place that has your value.
Sunny Hostin supported Behar, saying Trump's supporters must be held accountable. But Maher flipped the script, arguing that such generalizations deepen divides and block real conversations. The studio buzzed with tension, the audience unsure how to react. This wasn't just about Trump, but how America handles its differences. Could fiery exchanges like this lead to understanding, or just widen the gap? When woke came up, the debate escalated. Hostin defended its origins in social justice, but Maher pointed to its evolution into a symbol of divisive activism. He warned that policies like defunding the police and cancel culture alienate ordinary Americans.
Don't tell me that the left hasn't changed. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay? That was a joke. But,
Too dark.
Well, maybe it is, but it's true. I mean, you know, if I had any doubt that I was right about the change that's happened in the left, watching people protest for a terrorist organization like Hamas, that straightened me up pretty quick.
Hostin argued that awareness of injustice can't be bad, but Maher cautioned that focusing on language purity gives Trump easy ammunition. The debate reached a boiling point when Behar called Trump voters morally responsible for his actions. Maher pushed back, saying many are motivated by economic struggles or feeling ignored, not bigotry. Demonizing them, he argued, only deepens divides. Hostin doubled down, while Sarah Haynes urged the left to understand Trump supporters instead of condemning them. Maher's critique wasn't just about Trump, it was about healing a fractured nation.
Women have no, I mean, this is a show watched by a lot of women. Women have no rights in this place, and a lot of majority Muslim countries around the world. I mean, there is no equal rights as far as speech, dress, opportunities for education, reproductive rights, freedom from sexual violence, freedom from sexual harassment.
The LGBTQ community. Yes.
That too. But you throw around the term apartheid. There is a gender apartheid in a lot of the world. where women are second-class citizens at best.
When the discussion shifted to the Israel-Hamas conflict, tensions rose. Maher criticized protests he felt supported Hamas, calling it a terrorist group and emphasizing Israel's right to defend itself. Hostin raised concerns about the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, highlighting the lives lost. Maher acknowledged the tragedy, but argued that Hamas' aggression left Israel no choice. The clash highlighted the complexity of the issue, with Maher's bluntness drawing applause and criticism. Hostin's plea added emotional weight. This wasn't just about geopolitics, it was about confronting the gray areas in global conflicts.
The question.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So how
Okay,
do we get
well,
out with a ceasefire?
All right, so Hamas needs to be destroyed because they are a terrorist organization who say openly that they want to commit genocide on the Jewish people, on the state of Israel. That's what from the river to the sea means, okay? And they say it very openly. They said, we did this attack. They've attacked Israel 5 times. They've started 5 wars since they were given that land back. They could have chosen to turn that place into any place they wanted to, and they took a lot of money that they took from the international community and they spent it on bombs and guns and building tunnels. So if they need to be destroyed, how do we do that? It's a war. I don't know how to do that, and you don't know how to do that. I assume the Israeli... Of course, everybody is, but that's what happens in a war. Here's a way to stop that. Stop attacking Israel.
Maher didn't stop at politics. He criticized what he calls America's mean girls culture. He argued cancel culture is no longer about accountability, but silencing dissent. The left's obsession with ideological purity, he said, alienates moderates and strengthens Trump's base. Maher warned that without honest conversations, the cultural divide will deepen. Inside the studio, reactions were mixed. Maher's points drew applause from an audience not fully aligned with the panel. Maher pushed back with, "How dare you?" But the energy in the room showed Maher's arguments hit home.
Was a term that I thought we kind of came up with because people were calling them bums and vagrants and hobos.
Now that's
Homeless.
good.
Now, no.
It's unhoused.
Well, it's
now.
people
Unhoused.
experiencing homelessness. But they're experiencing it on the street.
Yeah.
Okay, the liberal view of that was for compassion's sake. We're the liberals. We're compassion. Let's get these people off the street. That's not the view of the, whatever word we're going to come up with for this. Their view of the homeless is they're an endangered species that needs to be protected in their natural habitat, living their best life under a bridge.
The debate exploded online. Supporters praised Maher for speaking hard truths, while critics accused him of oversimplifying. His critique struck a nerve, exposing the tension in progressive rhetoric. Maher's challenge to the left was clear: stop alienating voters with ideological purity and performative activism. Instead, reconnect with everyday concerns. He warned that wokeness and generalizations drive voters to Trump. But his call wasn't just criticism, it was a plea for meaningful dialogue over divisive rhetoric. Without it, Maher argued, real progress is impossible.